This is part 3 of section 1.6. We've just talked about combining functions with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And now we're going to talk about what we call the composition of functions. And this is the case where you plug a value into one function, and then you take that answer and plug it into another function. And so it's a multi-step process. So let's look at a definition. If f and g are two functions, the composition of the function f with the function g is written like this. It is read f composed with g. A lot of people read it as fog, but a lot of people will get mad at you if you read it as fog. So, your choice. It's defined by this. F composed with g of x is the same thing as f of g of x. F of g of x. So we would be plugging into g first, getting that answer, taking that answer, and plugging into f. Okay? Now we're going to be talking about domain as well here. And domain is a little bit trickier with composition than it is with combinations, but we're not quite there yet. So let's just talk about how these things very basically work, and then we'll come back and talk about the domain. So here we're given two functions. F of x is 2x plus 1, and g of x is 2x squared minus 3. And then we're supposed to find each of these. The first thing I'm going to do is to use the definition. So this is f of g of 2. Okay, now let's find g of 2. That's going to be 2 times 4 minus 3. So that's 5. So what I have right here is f of, I'm doing a substitution, f of 5. And then I take the 5 and plug it in here. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 11 is the answer they're looking for. Now, g composed with f of 2, and these really are different. Most of the time, you will get different solutions. There are exceptions, but most of the time, you will get different answers. This is g of f of 2, and f of 2 will be 4 plus 1. Which is also 5. So I have g of 5. So that is plugging that in here, 2 times 5 squared, so 2 times 25 minus 3. That's going to give you 47. Now let's do f composed with g of negative 5. So this is f of g of negative 5. So if I take negative 5 and I plug it in here, that is 2 times negative 5 squared is 25 minus 3. So that would be 47. So I'm looking to find f of 47. And 47 times 2 would be, what, 94 plus 1. So that answer will be 95. And now g composed with f of negative 5. So f of negative 5 is negative 10 plus 1, so that's negative 9. So I'm looking for g of negative 9. Negative 9 squared is 81. So I have 2 times 81 minus 3. Which is 159.